What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this new project from Denzel Curry called ZUU. Now, Denzel Curry is a rapper who's coming out of Carol City, Florida. He's very versatile and he's given us tons of great projects. So this is a young rapper who I think is really showing his skills as one of the best out there right now. He's only 24 and pretty much every project he's dropped has been really damn good. Now, I'm not going to go over everything in his discography because he does have a lot of EPs, tapes, and other stuff going on. But just for a couple of examples, I really liked Imperial. This one had a nice blend of bangers, street narrative, and storytelling. And then with 2018's album Taboo, he took a lot of very interesting ideas and tied together this whole concept. He actually released this as 3 small albums, which then resulted in one big album, and there was just so many interesting things going on this one. You can just check out my review for the whole breakdown, but it actually made my top 5 last year, so it was a really dope record. And you can even look back at some of his earlier work to see how good he is, man. Nostalgic 64 and 32 Zell / Planet Shrooms, both of these projects are also really good, so I'm pretty impressed at how he's building up his catalog so far. That said, I was obviously excited to hear what he was going to do with this album, and the singles that he dropped were pretty good as well. You got Speedboat. I will say this one is a bit more focused on the trendier side of rap right now. Just the way the beat sounds and some of the melodies and stuff that he's doing with his voice really isn't anything too inventive, but the track overall sounds good, so I did like it. But the other single, Ricky, oh my god, man, that shit slaps harder than E Honda, or should I say it hits harder than Andy Ruiz Jr., because I don't know if you guys saw that shit, but Anthony Joshua, whew, he got mashed up like some mashed potatoes, man. He got fucked up. That shit was crazy. I was not expecting that. Andy Ruiz Jr. showed up just looking like a bowl of mashed potatoes, pretty much. No disrespect to him, because he made a lot of us look dumb when we were talking shit. He beat his damn ass, but I'm just saying, he didn't look like he was in the best shape, so that was a pretty good boxing match. But anyway, back to Ricky. This is a really dope song with that beat. It's really heavy, as I said, and you're also getting some pretty cool content. This is actually named after Denzel's father, and on the chorus, he's speaking on some of the stuff that he learned from him. Stuff in regards to being loyal, staying true to your people, respect, you know, those sorts of things. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea for the track. He also brings up how his mother told him to wrap his shit up and not trust these hoes. Very important information, because you don't want to catch some fleas, crabs, or maybe giant crabs that are so big they're like lobsters out here, man. You got to be careful. Wrap that shit up like grandma's furniture. So there is a little bit of content on that song, but overall this isn't a very content heavy project. So if you're looking for like Taboo or, you know, really strong storytelling, wisdom, and some of the things he's done on his past projects, if you're looking for that on this one, you might be disappointed, because this is really just about the bangers, man. Content wise, it doesn't really go too deep with any particular topics, but it really is showing love to where he's from, Carol City, Florida. So you're going to get some features on here that are artists that are coming out of there, and a lot of the stuff that he's rapping about and touching on has to do with that area. So I think if you're from there, you'll especially love this project. I think it will hit home in a lot of different ways because you'll understand more of his references and name drops, but even still, I picked up on a lot of what he was putting down, and I think this was a pretty dope record. So for just one example, CAROLMART, apparently this is named after a supermarket in Carol City. I don't know if it's still there or if it, you know, if it was something that was there in the past or what, but this is just one title that kind of stuck out to me. This is another crazy banger. This song and BIRDZ, they just give you that scowl-worthy production, you know what I mean? That's when you know a banger is good. When you turn that shit up and then you're just like, ooh, you know, like you're grimacing, almost like you ate some bad food or something. You're just like, god damn, this shit is hard, you know? Obviously, you don't feel shitty like if you ate some bad food. I'm just saying it's going to make you scowl. That is a sign of a good banger. And one thing I will say about some of the bangers on this, starting with Ricky, CAROLMART, and BIRDZ, like just using those as main examples, they have a bit of a unique edge to them. They don't sound like the usual boring, generic trap shit that we've heard on other albums, man. I really like that he is doing something a bit different, even when he is stripping his content and just the overall concept and style back here. You know what I mean? It's not a really deep project, but it's only 30 minutes or so it's not like it overstays its welcome. There are some interesting things going on with the production. I could even throw the song Wish out there, man. This one has a bit of a funky, soulful twist to it. Sounds like summertime vibes, maybe hitting the highway and just going for a cruise. Really like that song a lot because it's so wavy. You know, there's just a lot of great things happening here. So I also got to shout out Ice Billion Berg on CAROLMART. He delivers this hook that is just hard as hell. I'm not overly familiar with his music, but he's someone who's coming out of Miami, I believe, and he just came through with this really aggressive hook. It just fit perfectly on there. And then on BIRDZ, we have Rick Ross coming through with that usual smooth style that he does. I think he sounded great on here alongside Denzel Curry because they both have such different styles, man. I like when you feature someone who sounds different. One of my biggest complaints sometimes with rap today is when you get these generic, trappy auto-croon joints and everybody featured on it is doing some auto-crooning. Like, you can't even tell who's who. They're doing the same topics, same style. I don't like that shit, but this is an example of a feature really working out well. So those are a couple of things that I like there. And I also got to point out the song Automatic. This one really stuck out to me the most as far as lyrics go, man. There's some really nice bars on here, like when he spits, I don't want to go back being broke because mama need a crib. I got a gold plaque, shit, I came from dodging hollow tips. And also, used to be on LSD, but now my life is all a trip. Never went to college. At my shows, I make a scholarship. Just some lines about his come up, where he came from, how he made it out, which is a major topic going throughout this project. So even though it doesn't get deep, you are still going to get some little tidbits here and there. It's not like he's bullshitting about the usual topics throughout this project, but even still, man, he's still just a really dope rapper, even when he isn't going overly deep. He's got that aggressive style that he's known for. He also works in some catchy sing-songy flows once in a while. Like I said, man, I think he's one of the best artists in the game out right now, especially when it comes to young artists, like guys who are under 25. So he just killed it on this album as well. And even some of the songs that I didn't really love. Oh, before I move on, actually, I got to point out Automatic had this really dope Tay Keith production on it, man. I think it was actually one of the best beats I heard from Tay Keith, because sometimes he's just coming through with that plunky piano that I'm not big on. He wasn't doing that here, so I did like the beat on that. But moving forward, the songs Shake 88 and PAT, I didn't absolutely love these songs because with PAT, you're just getting this really aggressive, abrasive banger. Like, it has bass on it that is thicker than Mariah Mills, I'll give it that, but it just kind of has that distorted sound to it that I'm not big on, but it's still nasty as hell and perfect for if you just want to disturb your neighbors. And with Shake 88, you're getting this song that kind of reminds me of that Miami bass sound. Really just a strip club joint. This shit is really dope. Has serious potential, by the way, for a tip drill style video. So Denzel, if you happen to be watching this, you should make that shit happen, man. You could maybe slide some credit cards down, some booty cheeks or debit cards or whatever it was they were doing in that video. That was classic. But I'm going to clear my throat here, and I just have to say, really, my least favorite song on here would be ZUU. Still don't think it's all out awful, just really didn't stick out to me compared to a bunch of the other songs on here that I like much better, but it's just the short and hazy intro, so it's not too bad or anything, just not the best track on here, and there are way better tracks. I like almost every other song better, so it is what it is. But, you know, I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5, man. I really like this for what it is. It's nice and short and sweet. Heavy ass bangers, the rapping still goes, well placed features, and you know, a lot of people out there were saying this kind of reminded them of what Vince Staples did with FM, and it's kind of funny because I had the same thought, I had that shit in my notes, and then I was talking with people on Twitter, they were saying the same thing, so I think everybody was kind of on the same page with that. Not to say that the sound is the same, but just the overall idea where you're doing this short project with some really unique bangers representing for where you're from. I just think, you know, I think this is just a really dope album, man. I like what he did here. FM was dope too, of course, but Denzel Curry just added another great project to his discography, so I don't think I got much more to say about this one. That's it for me, but you guys hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts like you always do to let me know what you're thinking about it. Of course, you also want to make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff where you show me love and you show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.